YouTube? My name is Kenny. Thank you for checking out the channel. So it has been a while, a freaking long while since I have uploaded any kind of footage for you all. I'm sorry. Expect me to be stuttering in this video. Expect there to be issues in this video because it's bound to happen when you do not continue to make footage and you get behind. So what's been going on? It's freaking 90 degrees out, 100 degrees out in my area. It's crazy hot. So this is the reason why you all haven't had any footage. I'm not sure how well you all can hear me with the fan on, and I need the fan on so I don't have a daggone heat stroke out here when it's 100 degrees out and you're trying to build something. And my shop is insulated, but 90 degrees, 100 degrees in the shade with no wind sucks. So I'm going to try to let you all know what's been going on in the shop in this video. Hold you for about 15, 20 minutes, maybe get everything kind of wrapped up. We'll be right back. All right, I'm free now. She's gone. The wife came out here and she's like me when she gets off work. She's like, "What is for dinner?" And I'm like, I don't know, honey. Whatever you feel like making, you know. But anyway, so we out here in the shop. I am closing up stuff today. We're going to start with my frames that I did pick up. No, what we're going to do, we're going to start with just discussing a machine that I did pick up about 2-3 weeks ago. So I went on vacation the second week of July, and I went to Myrtle Beach, 8.5 hours down, 8.5 hours back. Had a great time down there with the family. Next day, I did a 6-hour round trip to go pick up this machine you see here. I'm not 100% sure what I'm talking about, but I will either voice over it, or if the footage is good, we'll go from there. All right, so here we are. Here we are. Where do we start at? Obviously, the biggest things. PVRs are going to be coming off, going to their new home down there somewhere. Silencers look absolutely wonderful as well. Like I said, new machine. We all know how he done this all recently. There's just some parts he just went super crazy. I wouldn't have spent $2,500 on pipes and then not powder coated the frame, which cost about $250, $300 to get it powder coated. But you see the frame looks all tore up there. It is a titled 95, so that's a plus. Foot pegs, I'm going to take those off. Debating on if I'm going to put them back there or not. Crazily is they do, since they're so wide, I don't know if they're wider backwards or what, which looks like it. It makes kicking a little different. Not like the XFR Nerf bars or nothing. These wheels are listed as hypers, but I don't think that's carbon fiber. That sounds metalish to me. So I don't think these are carbon fiber. That's just period to that. LSR hubs, Alba arms and front suspension. It's about $1,700 new. I'm going to try to get close, or I'm going to try to get good money out of these parts so I can break kind of down and not have $7,000 for pipes that I just purchased. The rears, what do they have? Some kind of RT on them. Same thing. These are some kind of metal as well, unless there's an RT version from Hyper. But these look good. Good wheels, good, nice and straight. We got that slinger. It looks good. Fireball, LSR hubs, axle, and all that. But like I said, we went all this far in, $800 or $1,300, and just reuse that, which is like a $25, $30 part. Plastics look not good. Seat is all cracked up. Motor, freshly built. These are authentic carbs. So that's all plus. So These are my numbers for the world. $3,000, $3,200 for the motor, $300 to $400 for the carbs. Pipes, mine. Swing arm be $900 to $1,000. Front arms are going to be $1,000 to $1,200, considering the fact that the front suspension is $1,600. Rear shock is $500 to $600 new. I think $400 for the rear if I don't keep it. I would never use this rear seat. I mean, this rear here. I can get a little bit of money for the front bumper. ASV levers, I'll probably keep and use on my Raptor. This Trail Tech, I'll probably put on my Raptor. These plastics, $100. Somebody could use them or somebody will use them. But like I said, there's just so many areas of, like, that just looks like half-assed, but it is what it is. Option number 2. Sell these arms. Doesn't matter which set of arms, but the arms. The YFZ 450 shocks. Plastics. Brand new. Sell the plastics. Keep the front bumper. Keep the rear bumper. This my motor is going to be keeping, but the shears are going to be sold. My carbs will be ran. They are Cerakoted, so I want to keep that. My linkage, sell the rear arm, put the whole Tyson rear setup on here, or Fireball rear setup on here, sell the Tyson. Go with the LSR, complete rear end. Exit shears will all be gone. And then put all that on here. Make this a gold and candy red. That's kind of option number 2. Y'all let me know. So that's the machine that I picked up, right? What can I say about it? I am a stickler for the details. A lot of details were kind of missed. He was going to go back and repowder coat the frame and all that. But for me, it needed to be powder coated and a lot of work done to it still, even though I had a lot of premium parts on it. So I did knock this machine down. Took it apart. Took all the parts off of it. Sold everything the first plan was to sell everything. And I started doing that. Then I decided, man, maybe I should sell the parts that are on my 421 now and see what I can get for those and maybe get close to breaking even. And I pretty much did. So I got a frame, Elka front shocks, Elka rear shock, Fireball swing arm, LSR hubs for the rear, for the sprocket, and for the brake. And got those all installed for a low amount of money. Let me see. My Jordans cost more than what I got into this. So we're going to go ahead, take a look at the machine, get the machine started. And freaking PVRs, right? PVR pipes. And that's what we're going to take a look at my machine now and then go over what else is happening here. So like I said, I'm going to hold you all together, wrap up everything in this video, wrap up everything that we got going on in the shop right now. And then hopefully the next videos I can upload, we're going to just catch up. And I am going to have a little bit of side-by-side stuff because I did do some modifications to my X3. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. Whew, still looks great. So here is my 421. Apologies if you hear my fan. It is what it is. So what the other machine had on it was a set of long travel Alba shocks, which I did powder coat black, and I went ahead and sold the ones that are on here. It was pointless to take the ones that were on here off, strip them, and powder coat them black, and then still have to do that. So I went ahead and sold those, sold the YFZ shocks that were on here, and these are Legacy, Elka Legacies. I think Stage 3s is what the ad on Alba Racing shows. So that's what we have here. He did have front hubs, but I sold those before I decided to keep everything, so the stock hubs on there. Front end is pretty much the same as what it was before, but now we are repping some beautiful Elka Legacy shocks on there. My original plan was to buy some Fireball arms. I did. And it was in the 800, upper 800 area. Then after reading the fine print and not paying attention, and actually I had the shock guy, Ben Martins. He is Great with the shocks on Banshee HQ and everything, and online. I've done my shock stuff with him, reached out. He said these will be more superior than the YFZs. However, the Fireball require a 19 or 19 and a half inch shock versus a 17. So I would have needed to get new shocks as well, and I didn't want to do that. So I didn't want to do that, and I went ahead and canceled my order and stuck with the Albas. I didn't know if it was I could have gotten LSRs, but I didn't know if it was worth it. And to be 100% honest with you, my mind was wrapped around matching the front and rear. Fireball. So since I wasn't able to do that, I decided, I ain't even going to spend the money. We'll do something else different. Let's go ahead and pull my machine out here. It did come with those wide foot pegs that I ended up selling prior to deciding I wanted to keep things. But now I have the stainless PVR pipes, which if you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, you will see that those bad boys are on here. Center mount carbon fiber cans look amazing. I am beyond impressed with the quality of these. So, I don't even know what else to say. They speak for themselves. Still got that coupled up with my 421 in there, and got my MX Hardcore port. Got the V-Force 4s in there, Kian Authentic Carbs, 35s, got my fast side covers on there. But I have a new shifter coming in the mail. Why? I'm going to run a silver one on this one. This one is starting to show some rust on it, so what I'm going to do is put the new one on, blast this one, make it black, put it on my SE over there. We'll get to the SE in a minute. So I am going to order some rear foot pegs. Let me all know what you all recommend, and we'll go from there. In the rear end, we have the Fireball Racing Plus 2 swing arm. It's one of their new ones that they have put out. I mean, the swing arm itself was like $1,300, and I'm like, heck yeah, I'd like to keep this. We have a new LSR axle with the hub, the nut, and the other hub. We still have the Zoom Racing rear dual piston caliper. It works great for it to be such a cheap one. And over here, we have the Elka Legacy rear shock. And I just have that zip tied on there for right now. It is one of the parts that I have lying around here somewhere, right here. Mod Quad, we are going to get that hooked up into a bracket so it looks more clean and more like it belongs there. So this is what's going on with my 421. Significant upgrades. It's a little bit longer. I'm going to put wider foot pegs on it. But I'm going to see if I can get this thing started real quick. So that's it. We are completely finished with this machine. You're never completely finished with a Banshee. So what I'm going to do is every time I talk about this, I forget about it, but I need to order a chain. I get a chain. Maybe since I'm making this footage and I'm uploading this video, I'll have one ordered now. Need a new chain. Foot pegs. I did take off my standard clutch cable, put a braided one on there. I'm going to do the same thing for my throttle cables, put a braided one on, and I'm going to use this on something else. So the 421, that is all I have to say about that. Now, the machine ended up losing some parts. Like I said, I had the front elbow shock sold. I had the YFZs sold. I had the rear arm back here sold. It also had an LSR X caliper axle on it as well, but it just had like the stock hubs and stuff on it. And that I don't know if I'm going to get LSR front and rear hubs, but we'll see. The frame that was here that I bought this machine on was titled 94, and this is it now. It looked really rough before. It looked crazy rough before. But now we have a nice coat of powder coat on it, right? This color coincides with some of that silver stuff we're seeing laying over here. That swing arm, those lower arms, that carrier is all going to go over to this machine here. I have a bunch of shocks that I've already sent out to Ben, and we're going to get those shocks redone. And they're going to go on this machine, they're going to go on this machine, and one of them is going to go on to my 89. All right. See, I told you. Beads of freaking sweat burning up out here. I hope you all can hear me. So I'm going back in front of the fan. All right. That's enough. So, right here behind us, we have the 06 SE that we've been working on. Let's talk about it. So this is my 06 SE that I picked up a while ago. I really don't think I got much footage of it. I do have some pictures of me blasting it and getting the frame and everything prepped up and getting the motor taken apart. These motors, the top ends, I did send off to HJR for porting and new pistons just to make sure we are new as we can get for the top end. OEM pipes, which I found in really great condition. I did go ahead and disassemble those, blast them all, get them Cerakoted. Frame is a semi-gloss metallic black. Everything else is like a jack black, so it is a flat black and it is a black satin and a metallic black satin. I am going to be going out and get a couple screws so I can hold my airbox together, and then we're going to get that on there. But this little dripping you see down here isn't anything but besides the fact it doesn't have an oil drain plug in it. I also want to make sure everything else is good. Let me see if we can be able to kick first start. I don't know. I need to rebuild the kicker. It's a whole bunch of different little things. Let me see if I can get this started. Hold on. Hey, everybody. It's hard to hold the phone and try to get this thing. Well, didn't get to hit the gas. I need to adjust my idle on it, but once we get it started one more time. Sorry, everyone. So she revs good and does everything else good. Just making sure we ain't leaking fluids. I need to get a kicker rebuilt kick. Get that powder coated, rebuilt. Drain plug. Already have air filters and all that stuff. I'm thinking I'm getting down to the wire. I gotta go get a couple screws to hold the air box together. Then we're good. I gotta park brake, run all that cable back through there and everything. Yeah, we're getting close. Getting very close on this one. This one here is it's going to be a stock OEM rebuild. I mean, nothing fancy on it, but we're going for the 06 SE, and I think I'm hitting the nail right on the head. So we've went over the 421, the 94, the 06. Then right here what we have is a candy red frame on for a 2003. So if you all don't know, the 2003s did come with the red front and it was black plastics. We're going to do the same kind of black plastic setup on it. However, what we're going to also do is just run candy gold on everything, candy red on everything. So these parts do just need to be washed off and sprayed off. Unfortunately, I'm inside of my shop and things get dusty. Zinc plated, powder coated, blasted, everything's looking good. Got a whole bunch of axles back there ready to roll. It's a lot of work. These right here are going to go black, black, black. I do have extras. As you see, there's one swing arm sitting over there, and it's going to be black. We have the steering steel. I mean, got plenty of stuff that I have to get done. Got my wheels here, got my front ones inside there, got another radiator over there. I mean, we've got plenty of things happening in the shop. Now, as this video goes on, I'm freaking sweating more and more. But what's the final things that I can say? I appreciate each and every one of you for checking out my content. People have reached out and like, hey, when you're going to upload a video? What's going on? Like my videos, share my videos, hit the subscribe button, have your friends share them and things like that. It doesn't hurt you much to just hit that like button and do all that. For me, it helps out the channel a whole bunch. And it gives you some motivation to keep on putting out content if you know people are watching and people are interested in what's going on. 1, 2, 3, 4 Banshees in the making coming on here. So you will have everything done, hopefully in the next 2 months. So that's it. We'll see you all later on. I told you it wasn't going to be long. Hopefully this is about 15 minutes. If it's not, I'm sorry. Then after this, man, we got some crazy stuff going on. We have a LT 250 that we're going to be doing. We have a TRX 250R that we're going to be doing. We have a Tri-Z 250 that we're doing. I have a YZ 250 as well. I'm thinking that's about it. We're getting down to narrow these things down, and I can work on my own personal stuff as well. But all right, everyone, hit that like button, subscribe, turn the notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I upload a video, and we will see you next time.